Hey there, home sellers. Welcome to another creative home staging show. This podcast is for home sellers like you who just want some information on what you can do to get your house sold faster. I'm your host, Kasha McDaniel. Thank you so much for joining me. And today's episode is going to be a little unique because if you're watching me on YouTube, you're probably wondering, where the heck is she? What is she doing? Why haven't she released a video lately? It's because I'm traveling and moving into a new house. So we're stuck in a hotel room. I'm stuck with the technology that I don't have. So we're doing this the old school way of recording on my phone. So that audio may not be the greatest, but I do want to share some great information with you. Okay. So right now for this week, we're talking about accessorizing. And I've talked about this before in previous episodes, but I really want to get into finding accessories at one of my favorite stores, and it's called IKEA. Well, we call it IKEA. In Europe, they call it IKEA. IKEA? Yeah, a little bit differently than the way we do it, but still all same great budget-friendly things that you can use to stage your house. So let's get into what it is that you can use, what you can find at IKEA to help you stage your house with accessories. Okay, so when you're staging your house and you've decluttered it and cleaned it, you may realize it looks kind of, bare. You may even need some finishing touches, and that's where accessories come in for this point. Now, you may not think, well, I don't really need those types of things, right? Do I really need to worry about that? Well, accessories do make it feel a little bit homey, a little less just kind of stark. Even when you go to furniture stores, yes, they have the furniture out, but they'll have a nice table setting on there, or they'll have some plants, right, on the coffee table, or they'll have some books or some little, statues and things like that. Those are the types of things, well, yes, they help, make the room look better. It does make it look lived in and a little more homey. So if you are as a home seller and you have a few things that you can use, by all means, use them. But sometimes young couples, maybe you've minimized a lot of things. You just don't know what to put out. Maybe you're kind of worried if your accessories are even, good enough. Maybe this is a chance for you to start over. When you're moving into a new home, you realize, oh, I'd really like to make this more a home for us. Maybe you're downsizing, right? The kids have moved out for whatever reason, right? And if you're lucky and you live by an IKEA, then it opens up a world of accessories that you can use at your disposal. And I love to go shopping for those kinds of things because you don't realize the things you don't have until you're looking for them going, oh, wait, I don't have that. Can we just keep this simple? And I love how IKEA makes things very budget friendly that then you can use in your next house when you move. So in this episode, we're going to talk about the couple of different things like bedding, art, decorative things that you can use around the home in different rooms. And I'm going to show you when I cut to some of the pictures. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to show you pictures. If you're listening on the podcast, you'll also see a link of all the products that I found that you can then purchase online or go pick up yourself. But these are just a couple of things to keep in mind when you're going to be, picking up a few things at IKEA. All right, so let's get started with bedding. Now, you may not realize how distracting some bedding can actually be. I've gone into numerous houses and either it's very bold, bright, floral type prints, or maybe it's just really dark in the room. Dark bedding, dark bed, dark wall. It's just really dark, right? So bedding is one of the simplest things that you can change out, add to, and make it more appealing to home buyers, because that's what we're doing as a home seller, right? We're trying to make them feel like this is someplace that they can, maybe jump on the bed, right? Even though they won't, but that's something that you want them to feel homey. Think of a hotel room when you walk into a hotel room. If you think of like, the 5-star kind of a hotel room, they have those thick comforters, the big fluffy pillows. That's kind of the idea we're trying to go after here when it comes to bedding. So I'm going to share with you a couple examples of bedding that you can get, right? And so while IKEA normally does have comforters, but they're normally plain white, what they do have are duvet covers. And you're like, well, I don't have duvet. I have a comforter. What's the difference? Well, a comforter is just that. It's the fluffy stuff. A duvet cover is something that you put the comforter in, right? So it goes inside this big pocket of material that turns it into a different color. So let me share with you I have a comforter that I bought, and I'm not crazy about the color, but I put a good duvet over it and it's now a different color. So hold on one second, I'll be right back. Okay, so my comforter is this teal blue color. It is a twin-sized one. I'm laying it here, you can't see it, but it's kind of off to the side. But it's this huge blue covered comforter, but I don't want that color. So let's just say I want to turn it to white or gray. Well, that's where this comes in, this pocket. Basically, I fitted it all in here, stuffed it in here, zipped it up, and now it's a white comforter. So, and even though it's a dark color, you can't really see the color. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're kind of like going, wow, the blue's gone, it's white. Yeah, and so if I fluff it up and I put it away on the bed, it looks like a white comforter. So duvet covers come in all different shapes and sizes, depending on whether you have a queen or a twin. King, I'm not sure that IKEA has those, but definitely the queens and the twin sizes, they do have duvet covers for that. So basically it can be zippered, it can be buttons, and let me share with you a couple of those different ones that can help you imagine things a little bit differently and give it a whole new fresh look for your bedroom. So let's get into the first one. This one is basically white with a little, has blue edging around it. It says blue, but looks kind of gray in the picture when I show this to you. But it's mostly white with a nice blue edging around it. And you can use this to basically cover up the current bedding that you have, right? So you go in there, it's called the, I'm not going to pronounce this very well, Tattlesmigari. Tattlesmigari? I'm going to go with that. Okay. But that's the white and blue one. Like I said, it comes in different sizes. There's another one that I have here, the Nat Jasmine duvet cover. And that's a blue, green, but more blue to me with stripes, pinstripes. So you can do that where if you want more of a color in there, maybe your sheets are white or your pillows are white and you just want to bring in some color. This blue one is perfectly fine. It also does come in white or cream. So the Nat Jasmine is another option for you. And then this last one I have does have a little more busyness to it, if you will. The Sorg Mantle one. It's white and green. The green is more a leaf pattern type of thing, but really tiny little leaves. So if you match it up, and as it shows you on here, if you match it up with the white pillows, you've got the white green kind of colors going through here. It's a great way just to refresh, make it look like more nature inspired type of bedroom, if that's kind of the look that we're trying to go for. Green is a very natural and calming kind of effect for a bedroom. So that might be an option for you, okay? So take a look at those 3 duvet covers that you can get from IKEA that you can put easily over a comforter, and voila, you have a new cover, basically. Kind of like pillowcases. If you're tired of pillows, I also have a cushion cover, Sanella cushion cover. It's a 20 by 20 inch pillow case, basically, that again zippers. If you have old tired looking pillows and you're like, these are normally the square ones, not for the bed, more for a couch type thing, but it could be a throw pillow to put on your bed. And they come in different colors. There's a nice blue one. I think there's a pink one there too, white, yellow. It really depends on, again, what colors you're trying to use in your home and kind of match to go with the color in that room. So these are just a couple of things that you can pick for duvet covers and pillowcases. Okay, moving on to other accessories that you can use, like candlesticks. Candles and candlesticks are an easy thing just to put in the middle of a dining room table. You could use it for a mantle. You can use this on your coffee table. Lots of different places that you can use these. And there's just simple set of 3 black candlesticks. If you have the taper candles, really easy just to kind of, add a little bit of color, add a little bit of just interest, kind of finish off the space. Candlesticks are an easy, great way to do that. If you have your own candles, maybe some pillar candles, use those around your home to help, finish off the space. Okay. It could be something simple as putting one in the middle of your dining room table. Okay. Decorative bowls are another great thing that you can use to set up in just on a coffee table. It doesn't have to have a whole lot of stuff in it. It can just be the decorative bowl. Like my favorite one here is this blue one, Hack Popple decorative bowl. This one is says 9.5 inches, so it's fairly decent sized bowl, but it's just so pretty. You don't need to add anything onto it. You could if you have those decorative balls, but just the bowl itself. Coffee table, dining table, on the buffet, in the kitchen island, lots of different places you can put this to kind of just make this look real pretty, right? There's the Skog's Tundra vase. It's a light blue 6-inch round base or round vase that, again, same thing. You can put it on a mantle. It could be on a desk, maybe an entryway. That can be really pretty just in the corner of an entryway table. Lots of places you can put it. And then this last one I have for you, Stockholm bowl. It's really pretty flower. It's made out of stainless steel. It looks like flowers. It's cut out basically in the shape of a bowl. That's definitely larger, 16 inches. That's something you can take a look at as well for something that you can use in many different places around your home, just to have around to finish off the space and just make it a little more decorative. In one of the pictures they have in for this bowl, they actually put some pears in it, which is a nice green color to add to your home, right? Greens and blues are really calming colors that you can use to help stage your house. All right, another thing that a category of accessories is wall art. A lot of times I don't see very much wall art of anything, or they're like over and beyond. Okay, so one of the things I tell my clients is to take down all their family photos. Well, once you do that, then you're kind of wondering, well, what do I put back on the walls? Don't we need something? And we do, yes. And what you can do is basically just use some landscape artwork. But there's also another episode I share of things that it doesn't have to be artwork that you can hang on your walls. And IKEA has a couple of those things that we can look at right now. And one of them is again, I'm going to butcher this, Bjorksta picture and frame. And it's flowers. It's beautiful, looks like cherry blossoms or something like that. It's close up, looks pink with black and white basically. So if that's the color scheme kind of that's in your home, this is a great one. So it's a bigger one. It's a 55-inch by 40-inch piece of artwork. So it's fairly large. But it's a really pretty serenity type of artwork. And that's something, whether it's this one or a different one, there's lots of different art pieces that you can get from IKEA as well that they have that you can certainly use to help you decorate, whether it's a living room wall that just became bare, or maybe it's a bedroom wall. Any of those two areas are the ones that I would recommend using artwork to help decorate your space. And basically, you want it so that the camera, when they take pictures, that it gets captured in the photo. So above the bed is a great spot to put it. Over a couch is another great spot. Maybe in a dining room, if you have a dining room, okay? Those are some great spots to put some of these picture frames in, okay? But if you don't want a picture frame, this one is the Gilstad wall decoration set of 3. And basically it's a handmade, what look kind of like another basket weaving type of thing. They're like palm fronds type, but they're, the beige kind of colored thing. The Gilstad wall decoration, it's a set of 3. And it's a great way to kind of spread them out, add a little definition and texture. So you can put this in the kitchen. It could be in the living room. It could be an entryway. It could be over the bed, right? So there's a little more budget friendly than maybe the artwork. But again, I do have an episode on my podcast where I talk about other things that you can use to help decorate walls. And it doesn't have to be artwork. To give you a hint real quick, it can be a clock. It can be a mirror. So any of those are great options, but I'll leave the link in the show notes so you can take a listen to that episode as well to give you some ideas on how to decorate large empty walls. And then the last thing I have for you are storage bins. Now, a lot of times, I've talked about this before, basically hiding clutter in plain sight. And I love to store things behind closed doors, in boxes, in bins, whatever you can do. And here are a couple of my favorites from IKEA where they have, it's a box, the Lurpasa box with lid. It's a set of two. They're seagrass. So it's the nice woven kind of soft, not harsh, stark, plain box, right? Because sometimes they're made out of paper or cardboard type of thing, But this one's a seagrass one. It's a set of two. And you can use these to hide like your wallet, your keys, your little things that you're just kind of like, I don't want this, just hide it real quick, right? So this Lurpasa box is great in addition to, again, put in an entryway, put in on your dresser, maybe on your nightstand, lots of different ways you can use this in the bathroom, right? So that's a great way to kind of put those in there. The list mask box set of 4. Now this was a multicolored one, so it does have a pattern to it. And I love this one because it's a great thing to use for your office. If you have a desk, maybe you have a workstation, maybe it's a home workstation for the kids. This is just something pretty to put out there. Again, we're not trying to spend too much money. It's something that you can use as storage and organization for you for your next home, But these are just something that you have. If you may already have something like this, you just pull it out. I know I have a lot of decorative boxes that I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally use that right here. And just kind of finish it off because I know you're probably thinking, looking at your desk going, oh, there's a lot of clutter, a lot of wires, a lot of just papers and things, right? Put them in these little boxes, okay? This hawk ruba basket is basically out of banana leaves. It's a huge basket that you can easily store, throw blankets in, kids' toys. Maybe you have a bunch of little stuffies, loveys and things like that for the kids. Maybe they have it in their bedroom. Maybe it's in a playroom. Maybe it's in a living room. This basket would be a great place just to store all those things, right? And it's easy to clean up because when you do have a showing, you can easily just kind of throw them in that basket, right? And the basket just looks so pretty. Okay. Another one that I have you can store in plain sight is the NIM storage box with a lid. So it is smaller. It's a 6 by 6 by 6, so 6-inch, not very big, but again, still pretty, something that you can throw things in plain sight and kind of clean up real quick. Like I said, maybe it's the junk drawer stuff that you can't fit in the junk drawer anymore. Maybe it's matches or something. I don't know. But again, this storage box with the lid is a great opportunity to hide things in plain sight, along with this one that's the Jada storage box with lid. This one's a bit bigger, 9 inches by 13, and it also has a lid. And it's a gray, actually dark blue, kind of, it's a velvet kind of a color thing. So those are just some storage bins that you can use and find in IKEA that'll help you stage your house, accessorize, bring in some color, and actually help you kind of declutter and hide things in plain sight. Okay, so those are just a few of my favorite IKEA finds and treasures that you can use to help stage your house. If that's something that you don't have right now and you're kind of wondering, well, what can I do to zhuzh up this room, right? These are a lot of great opportunities and options for you to help you come up with ways to, decorate your home and stage it.